Happy Thursday. Hello. Hello, children. It's good to see you. Yeah, no.
He's weird.
I'm
Than normal.
very weird. It was beautiful. Absolutely. Hello. Good morning, Kira from Edmonton. Um, last night we celebrated a birthday of a friend of ours. Turned 60. I think you know who it is. And we went to Insu last night, which sounds like Ginsu, but it has nothing to do with knives that can cut through metal. It's like a tapas place. I thought they said topless. I was excited, and then I go there.
Everybody had clothes on.
It was, and they said it was finger food, and yeah, it was good. We had a really good time. I thought.
You thought you did?
I thought we had a good time. The sunset was beautiful.
Yes.
The photos that some people took were wonderful.
Much nicer than ones. I didn't see Eric's picture of us, actually.
Well, he said he'd send it to me.
Wasn't it on your phone?
Maybe it was. Do you want to see it?
Psycho.
Oh, yeah. No. It was still too far out. He should have zoomed in a little bit, but yeah, it's okay. It's
so
a nice
we
picture.
didn't get I knew. You know what? I'm like, John takes beautiful photos of other people. Very seldom do we get nice photos of the two of us.
Yeah, but when you take a lot of photos, some are bound to be good. So when I say, okay, 3, and then at that point I just start going like crazy. And it's just that way you get a lot of pictures in there, and then you make somebody laugh, and then they're doing silly stuff, and it's a fun time. So there was a family there that was taking photos, and Christie's like, offer to take both pictures of them. So when I got up, they'd already finished. Said, if you guys want, I can take some pictures. And the guy's like, yes. And I said, okay, stand here. He's like, no, I don't want that angle. I want this angle.
Yeah, he was special. And he wore his sunglasses in the photo.
Oh, really?
Away from the sun.
With his girls, like with his daughters.
His wife and daughters. Yeah, it was.
I didn't notice the sunglasses. Are you sure?
Oh, yeah.
Well, you were wearing sunglasses at dinner.
Not in a photo.
No, but
I was facing the sun. He had his back to the sun.
If you're facing the sun and you wear sunglasses, you are a wimp.
Morning, Marie.
Hello. I've got water coming through my shirt. It's so weird, this water that is coming through. So what did you say the temperature was today?
It was at 8:45. It was, or 8:45. 9:45. It was 28 degrees. Feels like 33 with the 77% humidity. It's a toasty one.
In Fahrenheit, it's like 726. It's just a quick. That was quick with math. It's probably not exact, but it's close. 726 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah, you're not even close.
Yeah, well, if Zach was here, my son has this innate ability to do math very fast. I used to have that ability, and now he can just he knows the equation, and he can just kind of very quickly go through there and.
Zach is a very smart young man.
He is a smart young man. He's not terribly smart, but he's stuck with us. But
he's our son.
Oh.
He's taking care of us.
Oh, sorry, Zach. You don't know this yet, but you are taking care of us in our old age.
So you better.
And your mom is way closer than I am. To old age, I mean.
But you're way closer to not seeing old age than I am.
Yesterday, it occurred to me that Christie can kill me at any moment. I give her justification every single day.
Yes, you do. Yes, you do.
And I'm scared of who will do my underwear.
So, yeah.
So today we're driving our friends to the airport.
We want to make sure they leave.
Well, no, we have to go to Costco.
We really need to go to Costco.
Yeah, yesterday we bought, oh my gosh, it's got to be
Sam's had
70
meat on sale, some beef on sale. So we bought a bunch because we eat a lot of meat and we plan on going carnivore soon.
Yeah, so we got probably 70 pounds, 60 pounds of beef. And so this is the thing with Sam's. I am telling you this because I'm going to save you a phone call to Profeco. Profeco is Mexico's Better Business Bureau, more or less, but run by the government. It's terrifying. You do not want to, as a business, have a phone call from Profeco sorting something out. So yesterday I said to Christy, I said, take photos of the signs. She took photos of both signs. Goes to pay. They're like, yeah, I'm sorry, this is what's showing up. And it's showing the full 200 and some pesos per kilo for this meat. And Christy's like, no. Normally she just pays. I'm like, how much did you pay? I don't know. I don't know. I just pay, get out. I get what I want, get out. Yesterday she looks, so I call her up and I said, why are you, they screwed up, didn't they?
What's taking you? Oh, they screwed up, didn't they?
And then
Yes.
she says, yes.
And it took them a while. And she was on the phone for quite a while with someone that could help because I'm showing them the sign and she says, oh, well, let me check the dates. I'm like, it's your signs.
It's your signs up on the meat.
But so she looks at the signs and she compares the numbers. So yes, everything was correct. We bought the meat that was supposed to be for sale and we did get the price. And
I know, but it's foolish that you have to spend all that time because of their silliness. And I'm saying silliness. If this was Costco, you got to write up a fence, man. Like it is Costco in a second would have that all sorted out. Sam's,
Costco doesn't put stuff on sale very often, though. They don't have to worry about it.
No, but it's signs or whatever.
Yeah.
They're like, yep, we'll take care of it. Costco empowers their employees to make management type decisions, which is why we run our business the way we do. But at the same time, very frustrating with Sam's. So Chedraui and Sam's, if you shop there, you need
check your bills.
to watch your bills.
Yeah.
Because they will get you. And it'll be, oh, such an accident.
Didn't notice.
We did not notice. Sam's, you suck.
No, you don't.
Oh, they do.
Stop it.
Sam's,
you suck.
No, if Sam's does this stuff and it's common, this is not the first time. It's not a good thing. At Costco, like I said, in the old days, it might be different now because so many people are kind of depressed.
In my opinion, everywhere you shop, you need to know your prices and make sure that those are what are reflected on your bill.
Yes, but some places are
worse.
Chedraui,
we've had 2 instances.
But both with meat, both on sale. And it's the only time we notice is because we buy a lot at that point. So yes, you have no idea how many times.
But very seldom are there things that are on sale at Sam's.
Yeah.
So, and I usually do a running total of that kind of stuff while we're shopping. So I can basically know what I'm looking at. Glenda, good morning. Jeff's been just chattery.
Hello, Jeff.
And Helen, good morning. So
Hello,
Jeff said good morning. It's called Boob Sweat, John, aka Swoob. Chedraui pricing is the worst. Their signs are always wrong. Yes.
Yep. Oh, Jeff and Claudia, we are working with a client right now that works for Costco for 33 and a half years, is now a flight attendant. And he parked right beside Jim Senegal at Costco.
When he worked in Seattle.
Yeah. So he worked in Canada for 20 years.
Yeah.
Went to the U.S., worked for Costco there, parked right next to Jim.
So he must have been Costco like office, not Costco warehouse.
Yeah. So we thought it was fascinating. He says, oh, I've got a lot of Jim Senegal stories. He says every morning Jim would be like, hey, you want to go out for coffee? He's like, I can't, my boss, blah, blah, blah. He says, I think I may have a little influence over your boss.
So he went out for coffee
Jim Senegal,
on a regular basis.
If you don't know who Jim Senegal is, creator of Costco.
What's his name? We'll tell you off air.
Yes. Oh, and he bought a place from us. Oh, there you go. So he's very excited. He calls us out of the blue. Okay, we'll tell you real quick the story because it's kind of I love these stories. It's Sunday afternoon.
Good morning, the other Jeff.
Hello, Jeff. So the other afternoon, this guy calls us up talking to Christie. He's like, yeah, can you help us out? He says, I've got a realtor, but blah, blah, blah. Christie's like, well, we don't want to help if this guy is another agent.
We can't help you. You're already working with a realtor. We don't steal clients from people.
Yeah, and other agents do.
In a heartbeat.
We don't. We're busy enough. We're happy enough. We don't do that. So Christie kept talking and talking. He's like, he's not listening to me. He's not returning phone calls. And he says, I don't want to work with him anymore. Christie's like, oh, now
I can help you.
I can help you. So we got it all sorted out. It was Sunday afternoon. He's like, why don't the agents work on Sundays? I said, I have no idea. My wife and I own the company. We work 24 hours a day. We're fine with that. but not everybody is.
No.
So we put the offer together. He signed it Monday morning. We showed it yesterday to him. He wanted to verify a few things. Loves the place. There's some spit and polish that needs to be done. But yeah, he said, and not only that, the other weird thing about this one, and it terrifies me, because the owners are, it's a Mexican corporation, and they don't want to deal with escrow at all.
Like they refuse. They have
They've had
actually
5
turned down offers that wanted escrow.
because the price is really good. They had 30 properties in this development. They were investors, and they just don't want to deal with escrow. So these 5 foreigners that came with escrow said, if we don't do escrow, we can't do the sale. They ended up doing it anyways.
Yeah.
So the guy who we are working with, the listing
we
agent,
know well. We trust him.
we've known him for almost 19 years.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's a part owner in a very, very large real estate company.
And Tony, good morning.
He is also the #1 real estate agent in the entire Bay. And he's not going to screw up his business based on a small sale like this.
Yeah.
So when he told me this and we went through everything, he says, John, I wish I could get them to work with escrow. All of these properties would be gone already because they had 30, and I think they've got 3 or 4
They
left.
have a couple of penthouses. It was my understanding.
So if you want a penthouse in Nueva Vallarta at a good price, it's going to take some spit and polish. Let us know.
Not oceanfront.
Not oceanfront. It's in LT Gray, though. Very nice area. So yeah, so and it was funny because Christie talked to this guy, and he sounded a little excited.
He was manic almost.
And Christie gets off the phone and she says, I like him. He is going to be a friend of ours. And I just like, that's weird. For her to say that, that was very strange
Just
to me.
how appreciative he was that we took the call on a Sunday because the realtor that he had been using wasn't taking his call since Saturday afternoon. He really wanted this condo. He'd already lost one.
Yeah.
Which tells me that his agent was not on the ball to begin with. And he's just, every time he talks to us, he tells us how much he's appreciative, how thankful. So he's.
And what's his birthday? He doesn't even know yet.
And
We know his
He
birthday.
knows
He
his-
doesn't know our birthday.
I was going to say, he knows his birthday,
He knows his birthday. But what's his birthday?
April 16th. We have not
14,
told him that yet.
15, 16. Now, Tanya's birthday, also the 16th. So we had a 16th, but it's nice to add a few extra Aries just to buffer. Because if you're going to have a big party, you want to invite as many people as possible.
And a lot of Aries.
A lot of Aries. Well, that's what Tanya says all the time. You're the luckiest person in the world to be married to an Aries. And I think the same thing until she threatens to kill me.
But that makes me an Aries.
Actually, it kind of does. But I've never threatened to kill you.
Because you're scared of me.
I am scared of you. So what's going on today? We're going into Vallarta. We're going to Costco to buy some more meat.
No, we're not. Our freezer's pretty full.
Is it? So if you want bacon, go to Carne's Selecta.
Oh yeah, it was really good bacon. Normally we buy the Corona bacon.
And we paid like 180 pesos for a kilo, which is $9 US. So that would be
And it is good bacon.
It is a
It's
good
the
bacon.
best bacon that we had found down here that wasn't like the gourmet type blah, 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 blah,
And
stuff
this bacon from Carne Select is like 110, 120 pesos for a kilo.
for a kilo.
And it's thick and it's a good bacon.
It's tasty. It's not too salty.
No.
So we will be switching our bacon buying. So Sam's is getting lower and lower on our need to shop at.
Yep, exactly. Bye, Sands. You're sinking. You're sinking fast. What are you thinking about?
Don't do that.
That's the commercial.
I know. So Claudia is on the 2nd. Yes, she is another
Yep.
Aries.
Absolutely.
She's
Love
another
Claudia.
Aries. What's right here? Because it's really itchy.
There's
Is
a
that
strap on your dress. There's no bugs or anything. Last night there were so many bugs at nighttime.
Yeah, we came after dinner. We came here and had some cocktails upstairs, and it was bug central. Like big June bugs, those big beetle ones that are around.
And you know they're big bugs when the fan is spinning and it hits and it bongs. And you hear a thud when it hits the ground.
Good morning, Clem. How are you? How is Sandra? How is little Molly Moo?
Normally the June bugs are very small. These are
We
like
got some big ones
giant.
this year. Yeah.
These are Nephilim June bugs. They have
Weirdo.
bred with angels that have fallen from heaven in their dinosaur bugs. Boom.
You're insane. Or
I don't know.
you are.
I'm coming back. I feel like my head is starting to come back. It's been a couple of years, guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, Christie's terrified now. She liked the mellow me.
Mellow.
Mellowish. Marshmallow.
So yesterday, in case any of you are wondering, we did go do our appointments yesterday. We did not go out for lunch. We decided we went and bought new lights for the backyard, which I cannot get till Saturday. Then we went to Sam's and I returned the 2 boxes that we don't need because we're keeping this other box, the other lights to use in the front. And we shopped and we saw the meat at Sam's and I'm like, well, now we got all this stuff. We really, because that was probably noonish by the time 12:30 by the time we were done. So I said, let's just go home. I'll get that meat prepped and frozen. I put it in my little vacuum sealer.
Mhm.
And so we did not eat until we went out to dinner last night. And John wanted to, but I held him back. I said, you can do it, honey.
Just doing some quick math in my head.
How much we saved on not eating lunch. Buenos
Yeah.
dias, Kimberly.
It was a lot.
Shirley, good morning. June bugs, roaches, and cicadas are heart attack bugs. Those cicadas?
I think we saw a cicada.
Yeah. Well, that's what Tanya said, it was a cicada. So.
And we have them in the tree, and it sounds like in your head,
Yeah.
a radio is blaring at one frequency.
Well, it echoes in John's head too. So.
No, and they sit on the tree, and the kids their eyes are all big. The other night we're in the pool because there was one right in the avocado tree.
Nana, what is that?
Nana, what is that? And Christy says it's a bug. And it's like, wow, they're so loud, and you can't get rid of that sound.
Yeah.
It is crazy here. And of course, whatever bugs was up there, Tanya was defending them. They're part of our ecosystem. We must blah 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 as we're crushing these things. We never do. But Bailey, she would only eat some of them because there was a few different types of bugs that would hit. She would sniff. Some she would just like walk away. Other ones she's like. Rah, rah, rah,
well, the
rah,
June
rah.
bugs are good because
yeah,
our rabbits and stuff and
the
chickens
June
used to
bugs.
eat them. Clem is saying that Sandra had been looking after her lovely germ factory, so today she is recovering. she's relaxing.
What is her germ factory? What is that?
Grandkids.
Oh. We hear you, brother.
Yeah.
And we talk about that all the time, that children are just little cesspools of disease.
We have our little germ factories over tomorrow night. We're having a sleepover.
Oh, we are doing that. Okay.
I think so, but Zach hasn't confirmed, but.
Yeah. The grandkids, the gal who works at her office, what are they? Not Shirley, Angie. Angie came to Christy and she says, just so you know, on Sunday I was chatting with Taylor, and Taylor says to me, you know who my favorite person is? And she says, no. She's like, my Nana. My heart. And then Christy's heart explodes. And then she's like, I must see my grandchildren now.
No, Taylor and I do have a very close bond.
Yep, absolutely.
Amberlyn too. No, I'm not
absolutely.
taking anything. Amberlyn, though,
she likes me more than Christy.
She is because Taylor likes to be gentle and calm, and so I don't roughhouse with her. Amberlyn, the scarier the better. So she loves to play with John because he will throw her around and throw her on the bed and not toss her in the pool, but
I will toss her.
Playing on the thing, and so that's something we have to do too. Then is set up their little slide so they can play in it.
Yeah, the kids are kind of like, are we gonna just set up a slide? And Christy's like, yes, we will. So then she goes, and you need screwdrivers and screws and talent and ability. And she's like, I can't do this. You have to do this. And I'm like, I don't have that either.
Good morning, Jen. How are you? No,
we just left something.
I know. Sideways. Glenda is saying that wait till a cicada bombs you in the head when you're walking in the back door and they are inside. But
Oh,
it was horrible, but I was able to get him out safely 24 hours later. Because, man, they're
they
loud.
are. And they're these tiny little things, but the sound is massive.
Yeah, and Jeff said we had one on our deck the other night, and it's crazy sound and loud. They are incredibly loud.
Because it almost sounds like a transformer is
It's that
misfiring or
high
something.
pitch, and a lot of you, I'm sure, have heard them, especially if you've been here in the early summer.
I think you see them in the northern U.S. as well. I mean, 'cause
Northern U.S.
no, but I think they go high. Is what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay.
So all the way down, they will have that. And the amazing thing about cicadas is they only come out every odd year. So whatever species it is, could be 13 years, could be 17 years. And the reason is that if they were to all to come out at once, it would collapse the system. So
And our eardrums.
and our eardrums probably. Yeah, cicadas are really cool. Yesterday, Christie screamed like a maniac, and I said, "Well, what happened?" And she said, "The gecko fell on my head."
I didn't scream like a maniac. I might have sworn.
She's-
I was
she's
opening.
screaming.
It was last night when we got home, right? And you were upstairs getting the lights and fans on.
She says, "Go clean the table. I'll get you a cloth."
I said it just like that again.
No, she didn't. She was very kind. So I went upstairs, and there really wasn't a lot of dust because I think we've had so much rain that a lot of the dust hasn't come up.
They're not tiny. They're like a small, vicious animal. Do they bite? Do cicadas bite?
I don't think so. I don't think they can bite.
Or sting?
I don't know. Anybody know? Can cicadas bite? Linda, help us out.
Now wait, I get cicadas every year.
Now, there's different types of cicadas. So there's big ones, little ones, but they all come out at different times. Watch YouTube. There's lots of cicada videos.
So there's
out there.
cicadas every year, but just breeds
Yeah.
of
Could be. Yeah, because if they all came out at one time, like I said,
our head would explode.
our heads would explode. But all their food, like whatever they eat, because they live underground and burrow, and they only come out. Like there's one type of cicada that comes out, I think, 17 years. Every 17 years.
Well, you spent a lot of time looking up cicadas.
Oh no, I've read about cicadas my entire life.
You're
I was a
psycho.
science guy
Nerd.
growing up.
Nerd.
Remember, I used to
Nerd.
skip school and go to museums. That's how weird I was. Is-
Our arm.
I don't know. I love museums. Museums are my favorite. And then somebody did not get to go into the museum because they had their mask on with the holes, and they're like, "You can't come in here."
Yeah, the airplane let me go on, but the museum wouldn't let me. That is half outside.
It's not a real mask, but the real masks don't even work. Nothing works. The K95s work if it's fitted correctly.
Custom
that's it.
fitted.
Custom fitted.
They do not bite or sting, but they still scare the hell out of me. They're all head. I know.
Larry-
Brenda, good morning.
Larry says, "Do they have cicada killer homers there? What does that mean?"
Did you make a spelling mistake, Larry? And how was Jolene's birthday yesterday?
Did you guys give her the bumps?
That's a Canadian thing.
I know, but sometimes Americans, they know what Canadian things do. We were talking about that yesterday at dinner. Candies we had as a child. We talked about all of this stuff and all of these things.
Homers. What are
I
homers?
don't know what a homer is.
Cicada killer homers.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. It sounds like it's a missile of some sort that you fire and it only goes towards cicadas. Hornets? Probably a hornet.
Hornet.
We know what you're guiding into now. There you go. Finally. He's playing Wordle.
Are you still drunk, Larry? Did you guys have too much fun last night? Cicada killers are massive wasps. Yeah. No, I don't think we do.
I don't think we do.
Mind you, we do have these really weird looking ones, but I've never seen them around when the cicadas are, so I don't know.
Yeah, the thing in Mexico
And
this,
Sandra, good morning.
hello. The one thing you need to know in Mexico there are bugs. I mean, we're surrounded by a jungle, and you can't go into the jungle and just spray Raid and hope everything goes away. It doesn't work that way. So you kind of, I don't say you get used to it, but there are things you have to get used to. Like Cappuccino, 3 tarantulas he killed. I don't think we ever saw one alive ourselves, but he would put these furry goo masses at the door, slobbery,
disgusting.
gross things.
I tell you though, they're huge and scary. That's the funniest story though. one night we were
Are
out.
you going to talk about our children?
Yeah, one night we were out,
Oh.
and the kids were all home, right, at the house, and all of a sudden we're getting this frantic call from
I don't
Shay.
think we've ever shared this story.
Getting this
Sorry, Shay. Sorry, Spencer.
frantic call from Shay. They have seen an alien.
And they're terrified.
And they're
Terrified.
So we'd been in Mexico maybe 2 years at this time, and they they were reading the Ripley's Believe It or Not, and there was this picture of an alien that someone had found, right? Ripley's Believe It or Not. And this glob that Cappuccino brought in.
It did look like the picture.
It looked like so it did look like the picture. So now we know that picture was a chewed up tarantula.
But yeah, we had to come home because they had an alien in the house.
And they were young, because Shay and Spencer are our two youngest, so they would have been
They were 7 and 9 when we moved here, so like they're little kids.
So they were beside themselves, and oh my God, it was the funniest thing.
It really, really was.
And we couldn't calm them down,
Nope.
so we had to
take the little ball part too and show them it's a spider. It's a spider, not an alien.
So Sandra is saying, have a great day. You too, Sandra. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah. I think some of these stories we will share at weddings and stuff. They're fun, you know? But, kids are awesome.
That was one of that. I mean, we have a lot of little stories, but that one just sticks out in my head because our kids always grew up readers. We homeschooled, so they had, we didn't have internet much at that point. It wasn't really a thing yet, but we made sure that they had all the books that they could ever want. That was what we did for how we helped with homeschooling. And they loved reading, and they loved, or still do probably, and learning. And so, yes, we had a lot of science-based books, and obviously the Ripley Believe It or Not type ones, because they like that kind of stuff too.
Well, Shay's getting her master's.
And Shay's going to get her master's in animal sciences, yes?
She's now going to Guelph, Ontario.
In May, it sounds like.
In May. So she'll be here, and Christie's like, well, you can stay here. Well, you'll stay at her little apartment, and you're going to have to work. You're going to have to fix that place up. So you're just trying to get free labor. Is that the only reason you had children?
Mm-hmm. Because I had to go through labor. They should have to labor too.
Maybe that's why it's called labor.
I don't think so. I think it's because it's a lot of work pushing those kids out. Some Tuesday night, we're at happy hour at Yo-Yo's for a little while because it was Glenn's birthday. And the conversation got on to vasectomy.
You're now thinking, do I tell this story? Hola. There it is.
Christie? Anyways, long story short, I'm like, do not talk to me about vasectomies when I've had 4 children.
Yeah, and also you guys know for me, when I got my vasectomy, I told Christy, just wait in the truck. It'll be 15 minutes and I'll be done. It was 2 hours. And she had 4 little children in the van in the wintertime. Not fun.
A new watch band.
A new watch band.
For my watch.
Christy she's an Amazon shopper, which is weird for me. Like, because it used to be we used to go into town, she'd buy little things. Now she's buying them at our house.
It's a lot easier.
Yeah, but that's my problem.
I'm tired of going into shopping, and then I got the other.
Oh, the other pressure cooker
stuff. Yeah.
She's like, oh, I made a mistake. It's the wrong one. I'm gonna keep them, but I'm gonna get the other ones also.
But now they're different because this is pressure cooker. That is
rice cooker.
Air fryer.
Yeah, air fryer. I think this was her plan all along.
No, but it wasn't. But now that I have it,
help me, please.
I could buy cookbooks.
No, you can't. You know, everybody uses the internet now for everything.
It's hard to find this information when you're in a hurry on the internet.
It is not hard. You just need to search better. Right?
It's almost time.
She just checked out her new watch. because she needs a watch. We are not workouters, but this watch is fantastic. It tells you to get off your butt and walk, and you don't. It does nothing. It doesn't electrocute you. It doesn't say you're an idiot. It doesn't do that. And I think that's why she's okay with this.
Good morning, my Mexican amigos. Good morning, Tony.
Hello, Tony. So I wish that on these electric watches they had a shock thing.
That would be
And it's like,
awesome. Okay, I'll get up. I'll get up.
Go, go. If you're not moving, we're
You'll be
shocking
checking.
you.
You'll be checking
All
before
the
it
time.
shocks you.
I think that's a good idea. We should invent that.
Let me
With-
see if I can get yours to do that for
With
you.
the cattle prod company, we can make this work. So would you guys buy something like that?
Apple Prod Company.
Yeah, it would be like their workout watch. All right, guys, we have things to do, people to see, and phone calls to make.
All right, you guys have a great day. We will chat soon. Bye.